Hello, and welcome to another New Reading Cast. As always, my name is Johno, and alongside me is Joey. How you doing, Joey?
Not too bad, thank you.
And we have a very exciting game today, an amazing matchup from the early rounds of the UK Nationals at the UK Games Expo in Birmingham. This is round 3, game 1, and we have Dave Hoyland against Alex White, two titans of the UK Netrunner community.
Both regional champions.
Yes,
so
and Dave is obviously the reigning UK champion at this point. So, as I say, Dave Hoyland is on the left, and he's piloting his terrifying RP deck, and Alex White is piloting his no less terrifying Kate deck on the right. This is fair to say is probably a matchup that they both would have liked to not have happen.
Sure, yeah. But if you're going to do
You've
well,
got to play the
you're
best.
going to play the best players.
Yeah.
But round 3, coming up against another regional champion is
Sure.
is tough. And but these players, they respect each other, they know each other, and they also know the matchup very well. So
they will both know that. That's right. I mean, Alex plays RP, so he'll obviously be very familiar with RP, but they both will have played against RP and against Kate.
Yeah, and I know
so many times.
Himself and Zenesis are very interested in the specifics of the RP, the deck building, the choices, the little bits of influence.
That's true.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he hadn't discussed RP with Dave in the past and actually know exactly what RP is doing.
It's quite possible.
Yeah. Because, you know...
Yeah, word gets around in the tight-knit UK community what strange choices people make in their decks.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll know if there's anything strange about Dave's deck, and has probably played him like several times before.
I assume they've played each other. In fact, possibly even in the regionals that they won.
That's true. They both travel for regionals, so I won't be surprised. Yeah, you're quite right.
It's possible.
So fairly slow. Set up from RP, seems happy to just ice up to the centrals and this first remote and take credits. Obviously now adding a second ice to what presumably will become a scoring remote eventually.
So it hasn't got any economy assets
set up.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
Alex has the economic advantage for sure at this point. And the self-mod gives the advantage for face checking with the money.
Yeah, it really does help to have that money against RP, especially when you have to play side games.
So he's pulled Future Perfect, so they're going to play a side game now.
So with only 7 credits on Dave's side,
So they both pay 0. Yeah, okay. I won't comment, but I was like paying 2, but that's fine. That's what I say.
But if you pay 2 and that brings you down to 5 and it's no good.
Yeah, but I'd rather keep the agenda.
Yeah.
Although, having said that, Kate can run multiple times. So having stolen it and installed and used professional contacts, installed a prepaid, it looks like Kate's pretty set up for the long term.
Yeah, so it's got 3 points. It's probably happy with that. It's sitting down to build up. You've got to keep the pressure on though, because RP becomes impenetrable later on, Proco or no Proco. So you keep the pressure where you can.
So the RP is Dave's installed what is presumably an economic asset out there, which obviously fired Astrolabe, and it's worth commenting that both players are playing blisteringly fast at this point. Do you expect Alex to check it? I guess it hasn't been res, so it's not Sundew, so it is a mental health thing, which I guess is what you'd expect. Do you expect, even with 9 credits, Alex to consider going after it? Maybe waiting a bit, don't they?
Yeah, I expect him to go after it. If he happens to have run Essential already, I think you have to try and stay on top of the money, because if an Ash goes down as well, an Ash and a Caprice, and you don't have less money, you'll never steal
you're never going to
remote again.
That's right.
So he's also installing the remote. This could be a Caprice or an Ash.
I guess I assume it's a Caprice that he's setting up.
But I mean, it also could be an agenda.
No.
Well, because HQ's open.
Okay, so you think he's put
just got rid of it.
Nisei in the remote, and he'll install the Caprice next turn.
Yeah, well, like he could bluff it being a Caprice. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I think I would have done that as well.
I would assume it's Caprice personally.
And putting an agenda down.
Okay, so Clone Chip gives access to, and the second self mod gives access to lots of programs. I think we've only seen Sharpshooter going to bin, although I haven't been watching closely. But let's say options are available to him if he's got the money for them.
Yeah, and Proco's keeping the money up.
Okay, so install Advance in the remote and take credit. So presumably this is a Nisei or an NFPD, I guess? Nisei.
For Dave's sake, he would hope it's a Nisei.
Yeah.
Stim hacks in.
Okay, so Stim hack on the remote.
See, with 11 credits, he's got to res both of these, win a side game if it's a Caprice. and have 3 credits left to advance that agenda.
Yeah.
This isn't the biggest scoring window.
And even if he doesn't res
RP's ever
anything,
seen.
it's not going to be a waste of StimHack credits because it's 2 self-mods and a clone chip. So
You can
might
be
as well
almost
res
as good as set up.
Yeah. Because what you sometimes see is just res Caprice, and it's kind of a waste of StimHack, but.
Yeah, no, Shapers always have things to spend their money on.
So in fact, that's exactly what he's done. He's just res Caprice, and he's not installing those. So it's Alex is obviously going to spend some money first from the stim hacks and use the self mod, and he's going to fetch.
So I assume maybe Sentry Breaker. A lady,
I guess it depends
maybe?
what you are about face checking. He's definitely considering lady.
I mean, Code Gate is hard because if he's running Cyber Cipher,
it depends what he's got in his hands. He's got a sharpshooter in the bin, so I mean, I don't know if he's worried about because he can clone chip in for some stuff. He's obviously worried about pub. So I guess maybe he's expecting Eli's, that kind of thing. I'd say Eli on a remote's pretty likely, or even on R&D for instance. So I think ladies will want to select.
Yeah, I think lady for sure.
I mean, there's definitely going to be code gates around, so you might consider. I mean, I don't know what code gate breaker he's running. You might consider a Cyber Cipher on this remote, or.
Yeah. So the problem with the other breakers is they're quite dependent upon what's happening at the time. You don't really want to put them out too much in advance. But the lady is an easy one.
Okay, so it's 0 to 1. So RP won that one, protected. Whatever's in this remote, which I'm going to assume is agenda, he runs again, then he'll click 3, having taken brain damage. So he didn't spend all of his money. He only installed the lady from the stim hack. So he did, not waste, but he did.
He spent 1 on side game.
Yeah, but he had another. I guess you want to keep second self mod because you don't know what you need until it actually gets res.
Yeah, I mean it's 2 to pop the SMC, so you would have had to gone into his real credits.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
you want to keep the clone chip as well for safety. So we're going to see a res from a code gate. Okay, so it's a load skills. Now you can obviously self mod for Cyber Cipher or a more traditional breaker.
Zoo, Gordian Blade, Cyber Cipher,
whatever he's got. So it's Gordian Blade.
That's Gordian Blade.
So, but he might. I mean, Cyber Cipher can only break 1 remote, 1 server, Joey. So Gordian Blade is useful all around for us. But yeah,
RP only has 1 server.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. Yeah, but you can expect. I guess you can expect. Some R&D.
The thing is though, with the Proco and the Gordian Blade, he's almost set up for the long term. I mean, he can't. If he breaks this now though, it costs 3 credits. That's all he has. He can't play the side game.
So he's breaking. So it's side game now. So it's now 6 to 3. So it's a little bit tougher money wise. They both spend 1. So
he's got 1 credit.
Yes, that's right. I should make a comment now off the mic. I criticise players on Twitter. It's one of the services we provide. Alex White's playing the hard mode, and let me tell you why. Whenever he plays he's obviously, confused his mind. Whenever he plays a side game, he always puts both credits. He spends both. Wherever he reveals, he keeps putting both away. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's because he's revealing with his left hand, and then he's putting it in his pool. But then the money in his right hand also goes in there. So in all the side games he's played,
this game is too easy for a player like
that's
Alex.
right.
He needs,
in most of the side games he's played so far, he's spent both, no matter how many he's actually revealed. So
really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
As I say, it's obviously just a mistake.
It's not hurting him too much.
No, he's doing okay. Yeah, that's right.
Having stolen the Nisei, that's right. game changing turn.
Yeah, that's right. And so we've got a double advanced thing this remote, and he is going to score out. So I'll be interested to know what it is. Pyrrhic. Okay.
Wow.
For a Susanna on R&D. Okay. All right.
So I was not expecting.
So R&D's quite safe. I guess one of the decisions you have to make in RP, the traditional RP, I suppose, has 3 Niseis, 3 NPDs, and 3 Future Perfects. But often you get a 2 NPDs replaced with 1 3-point agenda, or even a Future Perfect also replaced with a different 3-point agenda.
Yeah, I've also seen the Hades Shard. I've also seen a single Cronus project.
So I've seen a lot of Hades Fragment. I'm going to say
Hades Fragment. Not Shard.
Yeah. So I've seen a lot of that, but Pyrrhic's a really nice one. I guess Susanna's almost the only thing you can use it on. Maybe Toll Booth.
Interesting one.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's taken that slot that a lot of people put the Fragment in.
It's an economic agenda for sure. So. Okay. So
Susan
no agendas. I like that check though because I'm not saying Dave is tilting, but he's obviously under a lot of pressure at the moment. He's giving up agendas, so I like a legwork just to check, because if he's got the agenda, that's going to be a game, right?
So he's on. So I mean, Alex is in a great position. He's got 5 points. Dave only has 1 credit, which is key. I think if there was been a Sunju ticking over and the economy assets have been rolling and RP was in the money, this would be a totally different game.
Yeah,
now,
that's
because
right.
he could score out of that remote at will with money.
Yeah, and we've seen very little economy from Dave. I mean, we've only seen mental health cleaning, so he's been very unlucky. I'm assuming he's got 3 mental health and 3 Sunju, but I don't know.
Yeah, you'd assume.
I'd assume he would, yeah.
3 Sunju.
But he's been quite unfortunate with economy. So definitely Austrian Archives. So check this remotely.
With 3 credits, you could almost guarantee trashing the Caprice if it is Caprice.
Yeah, so it's the same old thing instead. So, it's tough to know what to do if you're Dave here. I mean, you're losing the economic battles.
You keep building up, because you hope the agendas come at the right time, which is not for a little bit of time.
Yeah,
and
later.
You have time to get
a
Sunju rolling and tax. The thing is,
you just want to slowly build,
But you're not going to tax Kate out of money.
No, and getting into HP isn't that hard. It's full credits. Okay, so Jackson kind of does that. It will cycle a little bit, help you draw what you need, help you put away what you don't want until later, especially agendas.
If Dave can build up enough to score a Nisei in this remote, then that's game changer. He has 5 points, he needs 1 more, he's got a Nisei token, which is huge. He forced the winning 2 side games in 1 turn, having already run a central, and this is where RP shines. So that would change the game. Right now, I think Alex has the upper hand, but if Dave can somehow build up enough to get a Nisei score, then it's a different game entirely.
So Alex, at the end of turn, clone chipped out an Atman, strength 4. I mean, it's good strength for an Atman, but I'm not sure specifically what he's targeting. I guess Lotus Field, but he didn't seem interested in running that remote. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's a good strength to have. Maybe he's just slowly preparing. It just seemed like a strong decision to make, because you could do it mid-run as well. I'm not sure. I mean, he may be operating and making decisions on planes I can't even imagine, so I don't know. But I mean, that just confused me. Unless he's gonna. Okay, so Makers, sure. Okay, so I guess maybe that was why. He doesn't want to have a sentry. He didn't set it to the strength of Susanne though. So he makes us to get to the Susanne. He sees no agendas.
So now again, he can just wait for another.
So he can wait a few turns. That's right. He can just kind of build up. But also, I guess Dave's in the same position. He's like, okay. I mean, he did a loss right there, but he knows that he's got a couple of turns breathing room.
Yeah. This Susan, though, not being as impenetrable as it was.
It takes a couple of data sucker tokens to get through.
3.
Yeah, that's right.
But but Kate doesn't have to run already every turn.
Would you be tempted to make the Atman strength 7 or even 6? I mean, it's closer.
So was that the first piece of ice going on it on?
So yes, he installed. That was a piece of ice on Archives.
That was the first piece of Archives. Okay, so that changes things, because you have to get these sucker tokens.
I'm guessing Crick.
Crick would be
great choice.
Amazing
for Archives.
There's a Caprice in there. There's a mental health clinic in there. You don't want to be running through Crick.
That's true. Yeah, and it's going to be tough to break. Strength 6, I guess. So Ammon could break it with data sucker 4.
2, but the reason he goes in there is to get data.
Oh no, wait, it's code gate though. So Gordian will break it.
Gordian can break it for
6,
5
4,
credits.
5,
which is a lot. But if you need that data sucker token to get through Susan, then but he's better off going to HQ for 4 credits and getting access. Getting the sucker token, another Maker's Eye. You can Maker's Eye every 3 or 4 turns here. Dave's going to have to consolidate the centrals.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's tough. I guess maybe you want to build up. I guess you want to get Caprice. You want to set up the scoring remote again. You want to put the Fear of God back into Kate, back into Alex.
But you need to make sure you see the Nisei before he sees the Nisei.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
To do that, you have to shore up the central.
Having said that, if he was able to score out a Nisei, that would change things quite a lot. The Nisei counter.
That would move Dave to favourite, I think.
Yeah.
So he replaces Piece of Ice.
So he replaces it. I wonder what that other one was. Presumably it was maybe it was an Enigma or something that was.
Maybe,
or maybe it's just something he didn't want to
4.
res. Strength 4 thing that he just didn't want to res. Yeah. Only saved him a credit, but he hadn't resed it. So.
Because Ashigaru is quite common in RP now to play against Kate. Attacks as a lady.
I have.
You have like 5 or 6
subroutines or something. Yeah, okay.
But strength 4 Atman.
Yeah.
And you're paying 9 to res something that's going to cost them 5 to break. So.
Yeah, maybe. He's told me. So he's keeping the pressure on HQ just to, and obviously, as I said,
data sucker tokens.
Alex well, okay. So there were a couple of misplays by Alex on that run. He took a data sucker before and after accessing accidentally, presumably accidentally. I would like to besmirch his name. But he's also,
Alex is an incredibly nice guy. I don't think
he's also playing. He's also once again playing on hard mode because he did not take his dirty laundry money. That was a dirty laundry run. So 5 credits is probably worth a data token.
So we're going to talk about playing super fast, right? So
mistakes come out.
Our current world champion Dan
nationals.
Darginio, he plays super fast as well, and I know that it speeds up your opponent.
And if you watched it, you might not notice.
No, and it's actually a tactic to the faster you play, your opponent makes mistakes as well. They speed up and they make mistakes, and you put them into you play at your speed. But yeah, the downside to playing super fast is there's a lot of things going, a lot of moving parts in there right now, and you're gonna make tiny mistakes like this.
I mean, everyone makes mistakes, and neither player noticed. This is just things that happen in natural play. It's only because I pour over these videos that I notice them, because I'm trying to rationalise every decision, every change of credits as it happens, as cards get played. Yeah, that's it. So you just notice it, and this is a high pressure tournament. This is the UK Nationals, so both players, they know they're going to play. They're both playing against probably one of the best players they're going to play all day. On the other side of the table, they both know it. So
they're also both playing RP, so you have to play fast to make sure you don't go to time. You don't want to go to time for either you or your opponent.
Sure.
And you see RP across the table, you've got to play RP next on your side. You want to make sure you get those games in. And they're good enough players to make less mistakes than me or you would make playing this speed.
So an intern puts Caprice back in this server and a credit. So what do you reckon? Gender on HQ? Maybe
possibly.
Yeah. So
I like a Maker's Eye there.
Yeah. Just to make sure there's no gender coming.
Oh, there's another piece. I missed the piece of ice.
So what do we think this ice is?
There's a Maker's Eye, yeah.
I'm trying to work out what it could be. We've seen some ice. It could be a toll booth.
Yeah. Toll booth would tax both players a lot. Okay, so Christian Grid.
So that's right. So there's Christian Grid. So a bit of a misplay by there. He obviously didn't notice the upgrade, so he did play Maker's Eye, and the Christian Grid kind of foiled it.
But you force the res when
Dave
still hasn't got much money.
He also didn't trash the Christian. Maybe he's not worried about it. Maybe you don't plan to play a lot more Maker's Eye. He does have 2 Samuel things on the table. So,
he needs to leave the threat. He needs to be able to make sure he gets into this mode at all times.
Yes.
That's just he's worrying about pressure.
And getting multiple times, right?
Multiple times.
Yeah, you want to be able to, run, wherever you've got to run, click 1 and then run the remote 3 times. You've got to consistently get in, right? You've definitely got to threaten.
So we've got mental health minutes gone down.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
That's going to tax another 3 credits.
Yeah, if he wants to keep the upper hand.
So crucially, the Christian Grid stops data cycle token.
That
he
is
down to 1 data cycle token.
Yeah,
and right now he can't get back into R&D anyway. So maybe that's why he didn't trust it.
He can get into HQ and Archives.
Yeah, a lot of
so
money.
He can get, if he's desperate for data cycle tokens for Hatman, he can get in and he can get into HQ, so he can get accesses while he's doing it. Not ideal.
Yeah, I think you can wait, and with 24 credits, I think you can wait now, give up on R&D and wait for it to go down into the remote.
So look like a Nisei, and it immediately gets installed advanced.
So this is it, it's this crucial turn.
Yeah.
Dave scores this.
So if Alex knows it as well, his constant shuffling has got that much faster, so both sides know that if Alex can get in, I mean obviously it's game, but as we say, if Dave scores this Nisei, it changes if there's another Nisei.
Vamp.
Okay.
Oh.
So Vamp has become a mainstay of the current meta against RP because it removes Caprice and all side games from the equation. You haven't got to worry about it.
One Vamp. Yeah. Then there's 1 Vamp in this deck, and it's precious to influence the K. I mean that's less parasite, less legwork, but right now you could not have a better card.
That's right, and it is indeed a Nisei. So that was great timing. So we assume there's only 1 Vamp, but Alex is doing a lot of drawing.
There was 1 Vamp.
Just 1, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I chatted to him a bit about the
that's why, right?
Vamp, and that is why.
That's exactly right.
And I know Alex and Xenesis were running the same decks. They talk a lot about deck building. I know Xenesis builds phenomenal decks, and Alex has admitted to literally going with a lot of what Zenith says. And taking his, and I know they both talked about the work Vamp did that day, and I know a lot of Kate players playing one Vamp, and talks of turns like that where you took all the variants out of that turn.
That's it. Yeah, like, you won the game decisions. There, you just remove decisions. If you're richer, it just means that the corp doesn't get to make decisions. But I mean, it's not just side games. Obviously, side games are so annoying, absolutely tanks them. But it's they can't res ice as well. It's as good as blackmail, that kind of thing on that remote.
I was running 3 Vamps on the day, so
of course you were. You're of
course I was.
Yeah. So a great game, and both players play very well, and so fast. It was genuinely impressive to see them both. So how was Dave's RP different from a standard RP? I mean, the Pyrrhec was the obvious. That's different. I quite like that. Presumably he only ever uses it on Susano and Tollbooth. I can't think of any other great candidates.
Tollbooth, I said if there's an Ashigaru in there, it's also 9 credits.
Something like that.
That's quite common. 1 Ashigaru, 1 Susan. Just for literally to help Kate, because...
You might be right, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what... obviously, I don't know what his deck is, I don't know what he's running, yeah. So, and Alex's Kate seemed, I guess, fairly straightforward. The inclusion of Vamp at the end.
Prepaid Kate, yeah. I think... there's been a lot of talk about the Proco. Like, Proco is interesting.
I like Proco. If you can get it down early, it's such an engine.
Sure. So, I think people generally agree that Prepaid Kate is stronger with the baby and the quality times against everyone except RP.
I do like Symmetrical Visage. I like it a lot. I've got it in I'm currently running Haley, so I've got it in that. I do like it.
But the thing with Proco is you're worse off against every fast corp, against NEH, against everyone else. But when you're playing RP and it's going to go the game's going to go the distance, you're better off with Proco. So I think you add the Proco to take a hit on your other matchups speed wise.
Sure.
But just to better your RP matchup, because that's the game. If you can't beat RP, you haven't got a deck that's gonna win a tournament like this. Like you can't.
And it's only worth doing. It's only worth having professional contacts over Symmetrical Visage if you're going to use it multiple times in a turn, right? I mean, so we saw there were loads. I'm looking at the transcript now. There were loads of turns where Alex used it 3 times in a turn, 3 or 4 clicks. So that's exactly when if he has decided that the way he plays, the way he feels like he wants to build is like that. He has turns where he just draws a lot. That's exactly the right card.
Yeah.
If he finds that he's like, okay, well, click 1, I'll just draw and get some money. You should just play Symmetrical Visage. Don't play Professional Contacts because functionally they're going to be identical, but one costs a lot more.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And against the slow
you've got to decide how you're going to play.
Against NEH, if you put 5 credit, even if you put Proco down and then click it a few times, you've given them a window to score an Astro script. Whereas RP, they score when they're ready to score, and you have time to get that down and to have made your money back 3 times over before it actually gets to the point you're challenging your remote. Sure. So it's great for the RP matchup. I know Alex runs 3 in that deck, 3 Proco. Okay. Like if you're going to run it, you want it early.
And it filters out. I mean, if you're going to draw anyway, you don't mind throwing away duplicates if you're going to draw efficiently. Yeah. And stuff like that. So a good win for Alex, and playing on hard mode as well, as I commented a couple of times. Just giving away money.
Throw away probably 9 credits of 5 from a Dirty Laundry.
5 from a couple of side games. Yeah. Sure, why not? If that's how you want to win, then fine.
Showing off.
So, seeing as this is such a high-profile matchup, we're obviously also going to show the reverse. So in our next video, we're going to see the second game of round 3. We're going to see Dave's Leela. Now, Dave's a strong proponent for Leela. He is. He goes back for Leela all the time.
A criminal for a very long time. And Leela recently,
and Alex is, as you mentioned, also he's already he's also playing RP. So we're going to see Alex's RP deck.
Sure.
I guess I don't know much about the weirdness in either of those decks. Any teasing insights you have, or we're just going to see how it goes?
I think Dave's
pretty much what we expect.
Dave's Leela is the base of all Leela. Like
that's right. Yes.
So he made Leela a whole archetype. Yes. So I think his Leela is pretty known. It has a bit of that pattern. I believe he runs Desperados and security testing and that sort of economy.
Yes.
Which actually makes it a terrible matchup for RP.
Sure.
Because their plan is always to ice up centrals.
Yeah.
And if you're playing against Leela or any Desperado and security testing based economy, you want to ice up all centrals, even if that's not what you normally do. So RP's game plan matches up to the play against Leela plan.
And security testing is hard to fire. Yeah. Like after a few turns, all the centrals are ice, which means that you're clicking twice to use security testing is nowhere near as efficient.
So against NEH, where they're running low on ice, they don't have ice to spare for archives, and that's not something they would usually do. So Leela really shines there. But against RP with this big taxing ice, it's not the best for Leela. But I assume he has some tech for this matchup because he knows he's going to play it.
Vamp, maybe.
Yeah. Vamp and leader.
Well, it sounds like Davey's doomed, but just in case he's not, I still recommend all our viewers check out the next video.
I don't know, I'm not saying he's doomed. I think you learned some account siphons early on, and you are very porous.
I mean, obviously, so I've seen these games a couple of times, having edited them and stuff, and they're great. Both of these guys are just such good players. It's really good to watch. Anyway, so
we'll see.
I sold it.
I haven't seen it, so I'm excited.
All our viewers are now going to watch that video, definitely. Yeah. Okay, so thank you, Joe, for helping me out. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you for that exciting next video.